Your body speaks long before it screams. The problem is not that the signals aren't there, it's that they're quiet. A slight tightness when you stand up, fatigue that doesn't go away with sleep, a stiffness you blame on age, stress, or just a long day. These moments pass quickly, so you let them go. You tell yourself it's nothing. Modern life trains you to ignore these whispers. You're taught to push through discomfort, to normalize exhaustion, to treat your body like a tool instead of a system. Pain becomes background noise, tension becomes default, disconnection becomes routine. But the body keeps records, every skipped rest, every hour spent unmoving, every signal dismissed. It all accumulates quietly, invisibly, patiently. And the most dangerous part is this: you feel fine until one day you don't. Not because the damage just appeared, but because it finally crossed a threshold. This is where the story begins. Not at collapse, but at the moment you realize you were being warned all along. Your ancestors lived inside their bodies. Movement was constant. Rest was earned. Discomfort was information. Today, discomfort is treated like an error. You sit for hours without noticing you're breathing. You stare at screens while your posture collapses inch by inch. You eat without hunger cues and sleep without true recovery. Your body adapts because that's what it does best. But adaptation is not the same as health, it's survival. The nervous system learns to stay alert even when you're still. Muscles learn to shut down when they're not used. Joints stiffen because movement is optional, not required. The body begins conserving energy, lowering expectations. You don't feel broken, you feel normal. That's the trap. Modern life doesn't destroy the body aggressively. It dulls it slowly. And when awareness fades, responsibility fades with it. The body doesn't fail suddenly, it compromises. When movement disappears, stability weakens. When breathing becomes shallow, stress lingers longer. When rest is inconsistent, repair never finishes. Small compensations stack. A tight hip changes your gait. A weak back strains your neck. Poor sleep disrupts hormones. Low energy reduces movement even more. It becomes a loop. But because the decline is gradual, it feels manageable. You adjust your expectations instead of addressing the cause. You accept less energy as adulthood, less mobility as aging, less vitality as reality. Yet the body knows the difference between aging and neglect. One steals slowly, the other is preventable. And still, the warning signs remain subtle. Until they aren't. Pain is not the first signal, it's the last. The body avoids pain for as long as it can. It compensates, reroutes, adapts, protects. Only when those systems fail does pain step in. That's why people are shocked when something comes out of nowhere. The truth is, it didn't. Pain is a message that arrived late because earlier messages were ignored. By the time pain appears, damage has already been negotiated internally for years. The body didn't want to interrupt your life. It wanted to keep you functional. But function without awareness is fragile. And once pain becomes constant, it's no longer guidance. It's a demand. The cost isn't just physical, it's psychological. When energy drops, motivation follows. When pain limits movement, confidence shrinks. When the body feels unreliable, the mind hesitates. People mistake this for laziness or lack of discipline, but it's often biology asking for attention. A neglected body becomes a constraint. A supported body becomes an ally. Over time, the difference shapes identity. One person learns to trust themselves. The other learns to avoid effort, and avoidance feels safe until it isn't. Awareness doesn't arrive dramatically. It arrives honestly. A moment when you notice how you move, how you breathe, how tired you are without a clear reason. You realize this isn't just stress, it's accumulation. And for the first time, you stop asking, "How do I push through?" You ask, "What am I ignoring?" This question changes everything, because awareness restores choice, and choice restores control. You don't need perfection, you need attention. Listening to your body is a skill, and like any skill, it takes practice. You begin noticing tension instead of suppressing it. You move with intention instead of urgency. You rest before collapse instead of after. The body responds quickly to respect, not because it's fragile, but because it's intelligent. Strength returns quietly. Energy stabilizes. Confidence grows, not from appearance, but from capability. You feel present again, grounded, connected. Outside comfort, something changes. You begin to trust yourself more. Not because life gets easier, but because you get better at handling it. Your confidence becomes grounded, not performative. Your calm becomes earned, not numbed. You stop chasing ease and start building meaning. You realize that fulfillment doesn't come from avoiding struggle. It comes from engaging with it willingly. Movement becomes a dialogue, not a chore. Effort becomes information, not punishment. Discomfort becomes guidance instead of threat. And in that engagement, you meet a version of yourself that comfort could never introduce you to. A version that is sharper, braver, more capable than you imagined. That version only exists beyond ease.